The 1920s were a treasure trove of delightful desserts that have sadly slipped into obscurity. From the refreshing strawberry ladyfinger icebox cake to the indulgent Divinity Candy, these forgotten treats evoke nostalgia from a simpler time. Which of these delightful desserts would you love to see return? Join us as we explore 15 forgotten desserts from the 1920s we want back. The strawberry ladyfinger icebox cake is a delicious, no-bake dessert that became popular in the 1920s. It's created by layering ladyfinger cookies with a creamy mix of mascarpone cheese, heavy whipped cream, sugar, vanilla, and fresh strawberries. To prepare it, sliced strawberries are mixed with a touch of sugar and lemon juice to release their juices, which helps soften the ladyfingers when they're briefly dipped into this sweet liquid. In a spring-form pan, you alternate layers of ladyfingers, the mascarpone cream mixture, and strawberries until the pan is full. After being chilled, this dessert combines the soft, tangy strawberries, rich mascarpone, and tender ladyfingers, making a refreshing, balanced treat with delightful flavors and textures. Isn't it intriguing how desserts reflect their time? Let's explore the comforting molasses steamed pudding next. But before we explore it, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Molasses steamed pudding, also called hard times pudding, was a much-loved dessert of the 1920s and especially popular during the Great Depression for its use of affordable ingredients. This pudding starts with a mix of molasses, water, and melted butter. Then flour, baking soda, cream of tartar, salt, and spices like ginger and cinnamon are added, with raisins for extra sweetness. The mixture is poured into a greased bowl, tightly covered, and steamed for about 2 hours. This dessert became known for its rich, warm flavors and moist texture. Molasses brought a deep, slightly tangy sweetness, and the spices added warmth, with raisins adding bursts of sweetness. Whipped cream or a simple sauce made it a comforting treat during tough times. Molasses steamed pudding offers comforting flavors. But what happens when we dive into butterscotch cake? Let's explore this delightful dessert next. Butterscotch cake with panucci frosting is a delicious classic from the 1920s that deserves a revival. This cake starts with a mix of brown sugar and shortening, followed by eggs, vanilla, flour, baking powder, salt, and milk to create a rich, moist batter. Chopped pecans add a satisfying crunch. The highlight of this dessert is the panucci frosting, a creamy caramel-like icing made by boiling butter, brown sugar, and milk together. When it cools, confectioner's sugar is beaten in, creating a smooth, buttery finish. The cake's sweet, nutty flavor pairs wonderfully with the deep caramel taste of the panucci frosting, making this dessert loved for its cozy, homemade feel and delicious blend of flavors and textures. Could this light, fruity peach Bavarian be the perfect follow-up to the rich butterscotch cake? Let's explore! Peach Bavarian is a delicious 1920s dessert that combines the light texture of gelatin with the sweet taste of peaches. To make it, peach gelatin is dissolved in boiling water, then mixed with sugar and juice from canned peaches. As it starts to thicken, whipped topping and chopped peaches are gently folded in. The mixture is then chilled in a mold to create an elegant shape and presentation. This results in a creamy, fruity dessert that feels both refreshing and satisfying. Known for its simplicity, Peach Bavarian highlights the natural sweetness of peaches with a light gelatin base and bursts of juicy peach flavor that made it a popular choice for summer gatherings and special occasions. Peach Bavarian showcases simple elegance. But what about a breakfast dish that rises dramatically and tastes like a dessert? Let's explore the Old World Puff Pancake. The Old World Puff Pancake, or Dutch Baby, is a delightful 1920s recipe made with eggs, milk, flour, sugar, and nutmeg, blended to a smooth batter. Poured into a hot buttered skillet, it's baked until it puffs up and turns golden brown. This pancake became loved for its dramatic rise and light, airy texture, with crispy edges and a soft custard-like center. Typically dusted with confectioner's sugar, it's served with lemon wedges, syrup, and fresh fruit. Its simplicity, basic ingredients, and unique texture made it a breakfast or brunch favorite that rivaled many classic desserts. The slightly sweet batter paired with the tangy lemon or sweet syrup creates a delicious flavor combination that's both rich and refreshing. Could the delightful combination of pineapple and cake create a dessert experience like no other? Let's explore the next delicious recipe. Pineapple upside-down cake became a popular dessert in the 1920s, admired for its delicious taste and visual appeal. This cake begins with melted butter and a layer of brown sugar spread across the bottom of a cake pan. Pineapple slices are then arranged on top, each with a cherry in the center, creating a beautiful design. A simple vanilla cake batter is poured over the fruit and baked until golden brown. When removed from the pan, the cake reveals a glossy, caramelized fruit topping. The blend of tangy pineapple, sweet cherries, and rich caramelized sugar contrasts perfectly with the soft vanilla cake. It became a nostalgic choice for parties and special occasions, beloved by many for its taste and appearance. Pineapple upside-down cake captivated many with its delightful flavor. What cozy dessert will we explore next? Let's discover steamed molasses bread. Steamed molasses bread, also called Boston brown bread, is a cozy dessert that dates back to the 1920s. This bread became popular because it used simple and inexpensive ingredients, making it easy to bake. To make it, you mix whole wheat flour, cornmeal, and rye flour with baking soda and salt. Then, molasses and buttermilk are added for sweetness and moisture. Some recipes also include raisins or nuts for added texture. The batter is poured into a greased mold, tightly covered, and then steamed for around 2 hours. With its rich, dark flavor and moist texture thanks to the molasses, this bread was loved when served with butter or cream cheese, making it a delicious treat for any time of day. Steamed molasses bread is a delicious classic, but what makes tomato soup cake so intriguing? Let's explore this unique dessert. Tomato soup cake, nicknamed mystery cake, became popular during the Great Depression. This unusual cake uses condensed tomato soup as an unexpected ingredient, which might sound strange, but it helps make the cake moist and adds a unique, deep flavor. To make it, the soup is mixed with baking soda, then combined with sugar, butter, eggs, and spices like cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg. Flour and raisins are added to the batter, which is baked until it turns golden brown. The cake is typically topped with cream cheese frosting, adding richness and enhancing the warm, spiced flavors. People loved its moist texture and the way the soup subtly elevated the spices, creating a delicious dessert from limited ingredients during difficult times. Could this unique tomato soup cake lead us to another fascinating dessert? Let's explore Jazzy Gelatin. Jazzy Gelatin was a popular dessert in the 1920s, recognized for its bright colors and wobbly texture that made it a crowd pleaser at parties and family gatherings. Simple to prepare, it involved dissolving flavored gelatin powder in boiling water, adding cold water, and allowing it to set in the refrigerator. For an exciting twist, people added fruits like oranges, pineapples, and grapes, enhancing its appearance and flavor. Using special molds, Jazzy Gelatin could take on a variety of shapes, making it a visually delightful dish. Its taste was sweet and fruity with a smooth, jiggly texture that appealed to both children and adults, bringing joy through its blend of flavors, colors, and unique consistency. Jazzy Gelatin brought vibrant joy to gatherings. But what about another delightful treat? Let's explore orange drop cookies. Orange drop cookies were a popular treat in the 1920s, celebrated for their bright citrus flavor and soft, cakey texture. They were simple to make and suitable for any occasion. To prepare these cookies, you needed basic ingredients like flour, sugar, butter, eggs, and fresh oranges. The zest and juice from the oranges were mixed into the dough, giving the cookies their unique flavor. The dough was then spooned onto a baking sheet and baked until golden. People loved the cookies for their refreshing taste and light, fluffy texture. Their sweet and tangy combination made them especially popular during the holiday season, bringing a bit of sunshine to the table and making them a cherished dessert. These delicious orange drop cookies brightened up any occasion. But what colorful treat followed in the 1920s? Let's explore Neapolitan ice cream next. Neapolitan ice cream was a popular dessert in the 1920s, celebrated for its 3 flavors: chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. This colorful treat was not only tasty, but also looked great, making it a favorite for parties and special events. To create Neapolitan ice cream, each flavor was made separately and then layered in a mold. After freezing, the layers held together, resulting in a beautiful striped look when cut. The chocolate layer was rich and creamy, the vanilla was smooth and sweet, and the strawberry was fresh and fruity. People loved Neapolitan ice cream because it provided a variety of flavors in one dish, giving everyone a delightful experience with each creamy, smooth bite. Neapolitan ice cream delights with its colorful layers. What other classic treats await us next? Let's explore. Divinity Candy is a traditional sweet treat that became popular in the early 1900s. This light, fluffy candy resembles nougat and is made with egg whites, sugar, and corn syrup. Vanilla and nuts like pecans may be added for extra flavor and crunch. To prepare Divinity Candy, you whip egg whites until they create stiff peaks. Next, you cook sugar and corn syrup until they reach a temperature of around 250 degrees Fahrenheit. The hot syrup is then slowly poured into the egg whites while mixing. The result is a light, airy candy that is spooned onto wax paper to harden. People enjoy Divinity Candy for its melt-in-your-mouth texture and sweet, gentle flavor, especially during holidays and special occasions. Divinity Candy is delightful, but how does lemon chiffon cake add a refreshing twist to desserts? Let's explore. Lemon chiffon cake is a light and fluffy dessert that became popular in the 1920s. It was created by Harry Baker, a baker from California, who kept the recipe secret for many years. This cake is special because it uses oil instead of butter, which gives it a unique texture. To make lemon chiffon cake, you first beat egg whites until they are stiff. Then you mix the egg yolks, sugar, lemon juice, and oil in another bowl. After that, you add the dry ingredients to the yolk mixture and gently fold in the beaten egg whites. This careful mixing makes the cake airy and light. People enjoy the refreshing lemon flavor and delicate texture, making it a favorite at parties and gatherings. Lemon chiffon cake's lightness is delightful. But what about the rich layers of banana cream pie? Let's explore this tasty treat next. Banana cream pie is a tasty dessert that became popular in the early 1900s. This pie has a smooth custard filling made from milk, sugar, eggs, and vanilla, layered with fresh bananas. The crust is usually a flaky pastry or made from graham crackers. To make banana cream pie, you begin by baking the crust until it turns golden brown. Next, you cook the milk, sugar, and cornstarch until it thickens. Then mix in beaten eggs and vanilla. After the custard cools, you layer it with sliced bananas in the crust and add whipped topping on top. People enjoy banana cream pie for its rich texture and the sweet taste of bananas, making it a favorite among family and friends. Banana cream pie delights with its rich texture and sweet flavor. What chocolate treat awaits next? Let's explore. Spiced devil's food cake is a rich chocolate dessert that became popular in the early 1900s. It's a twist on the classic devil's food cake, designed to be darker and richer than the lighter angel food cake. The cake stands out due to added spices like cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves, which give it a special flavor. To make this cake, begin by mixing cocoa powder with hot water to enhance the chocolate taste. Next, mix together butter and sugar, adding eggs one at a time. In a separate bowl, combine dry ingredients, including flour, baking soda, and spices. Then mix them with the wet ingredients. Pour the batter into cake pans and bake until a toothpick inserted comes out clean. These forgotten 1920s desserts are truly a sweet slice of history that deserves a comeback. Which of these desserts would you love to try? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey into the past, please like, share, and subscribe for more delicious nostalgia.